Yeah.
Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, the two teams that had managed throughout the course of the season to capture the key moments. It comes down to 4, 5, at the most 6 key moments in a game. Who can bend things their way in those key moments? Who can bend things the other way? Who gets the benefit of a questionable officiating call flawed by the imperfect insistence on human eyes and feet and sticks and chain?
Right.
It's which of those? It's like flipping coins. You got 5 coins to flip. When you flip them, how many come up heads? And the Chiefs always find a way to master those moments, to have more of those moments go their way, even when it feels like they're on the ropes. Because, man, they were on the ropes.
Right.
Down 22-21 in the fourth quarter, they were on the ropes. And if the Bills score a touchdown there and go up by 8 if they go for 1, or if they do the Pete Carroll, he's the first guy I saw do it, dagger and go up for 2, and then it's a 2-score game, which they very well might have done.
Yeah.
Because you got to kill the beast whenever you can.
Right.
That might have been a tough one to come back from, but the Chiefs withstand it, the Chiefs win it, and the Chiefs master the moments just a little bit better than everyone else. I mentioned the line earlier. That's why the Chiefs are favored by 1.5. Everyone learned their lesson 2 years ago.
Exactly.
When the Eagles were the better team.
Right.
But the Chiefs are better when the season is riding on.
Yeah, they are. There's something to say. I mean, first off, they flex their muscles right off to start the game. That let's just start right there, right? They get the stop on Josh Allen and the Bills. They get the ball on their own 10-yard line, and they basically say, wait, this is the playoffs. I'm Patrick Mahomes. We're locked in. And look at Buffalo. They're playing zone, and they just go, we're going to pick apart your zone defense all the way down the field here. I'm going to make plays. Right, and you felt like Buffalo was uncomfortable from the get-go with the football game on the defensive side of the ball. In general, you felt like, Buffalo has to go above and beyond right here more than it seems like Kansas City did. Kansas City, the plays you're watching, zone defense, a lot of RPOs, bootlegs, quick short throws, dominant first drive, and I'm really, Mike, I don't know, you're with me, one of the changing or the momentum swings early in the football game. There it is. The Chiefs go down and score. I know the Bills answer back with a field goal that's 7-3, but the Chiefs march right back down the field. And you're going, oh my gosh, like the Bills, the defense, everything we've talked about, like they can't stop them, just like they couldn't stop the Ravens last week. But are the Chiefs going to make mistakes that the Ravens made last week? That's where they were going down there, and then the fumbled exchange happened, right? The fumble exchange happened at 7-3, where it felt like it was about to be 14-3. That was huge. That swung momentum back in Buffalo's way. And like you said, they controlled the game and the momentum for moments. But like we talk about, you might control the game, but the Chiefs control the moments. And even though they lost control of a little momentum there, they eventually came back from that too.
I think the number was 521 plays without a turnover by the Kansas City Chiefs until that happened. And that's that first drive. Something I thought of as you were talking about it. We were showing it one play after another.
Right.
The crispness of the execution.
That's what, yes.
This is what happens when you get a 24-day break. You play a game where you're rusty and you work it all out, and then you're still rested, not rusty, going against a team that's played every week since week 13 because they had their week 12 bye, played 2 playoff games to your 1. You come out and you are firing on all cylinders, and you are ready to go from the get-go. And those 7 points are money in the bank that gets cashed in late in the game when it's back and forth. But that was the key. And from the perspective of the big picture moments, the breaks that have to go your way, you're right. The fumble recovery by the Bills, that was the first, because like the first half of the first quarter, you're like, yeah, we've seen this movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When that happened, that was the maybe it'll be different this time.
Exactly. Did the Bills have like this magic again where they can kind of just make a play here and there, even though they're not controlling the game, right? We talked about it so much last week. They kind of have that same magic the Chiefs do where it could feel like they don't control a game, but they keep winning the big moments. And that was a moment where you started to go, oh, man, maybe the Bills will survive this. And then, of course, they kind of recaptured the momentum of the game and the control of the game there a little bit to go up 14-10. But just like always, and this is what we see, and this is, again,
10-7.
10-7, excuse me, capture the control of the game that way at 10-7. And this is what's amazing about the Chiefs and everything you're talking about is just they always answer back. And then right there at that moment where you go, man, Bills 10-7, wow, got momentum back. All right, they're settled in. Here we go. The Chiefs just march right back down the football field again. And I think, again, it speaks to what you're talking about. It's the 24 days off. It's the, again, I think we have to, maybe play into our minds a little bit that the Chiefs are bored in the regular season and that we can see playoff Chiefs are like, whoa, execute, boom, boom. We're not bored with these completions. I might have passed them up in the regular season and looked for something more greedy down the field. But right now, to beat Josh Allen, to go for the three-peat, I'll be sharp as hell and just knock them all down, boom, boom, boom. And we saw a focus and a crispness to their offense that you just go, damn, they're special, and damn, they can raise their game to a level that we haven't seen all year in the biggest moments, and that, to your point, why they're favored by a 1.5 in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I think there's an urgency to get through the regular season and get to the games where we get the highest adrenaline rush. We know what we're trying to do, especially as they have history staring them in the faces. Let's get to the game where we can try to make history, and here they are. So they go up 14-10, answering the touchdown drive after the fumble that was the first moment. And then when it's 21-10.
Well, let's talk about that too. It's 14-10 though, right?
Right.
The Bills got the ball, they end up punting, and you go, oh, okay, they're punting, great. But here's, again, the Chiefs taking advantage of every opportunity that comes their way. They find a lane, boom, all of a sudden it's a really good punt return. And here they are at the 34-yard line, up 14-10 with the momentum. And you're going, damn, if they score a touchdown here, they're going to put a lot of pressure on Buffalo. Oh, can Buffalo hold them to a field goal to do that? Nope, not the Kansas City Chiefs in a big game. They take advantage of all that's there to be had, and they punch one more in to go, oh, crap, 21-10. Now they're in control of this football game, and we'll see where it goes, and we're going to see if Josh Allen and company come back. And, of course, they do march and come back, as we know, and make it exciting. But those were big moments right there to give themselves a 11-point cushion, late in the second quarter.
Yeah, the 41-yard punt return set the Chiefs up for that drive that made it 21-10. And that was the first moment where I thought, maybe we're not going to have an exciting finish. Maybe this is going to be one of those games where the Chiefs just pull away. And that's when, less than 2 minutes to go in the first half, the Buffalo Bills get right down the field. Get slice and dice down the field, and the next thing you know, Mac Hollins, who really has flourished. I remember him with the Raiders. I remember him with the Falcons. He'd be one of those guys that every once in a while would pop. He's really become a key piece of that offense as this season's unfolded, and he's gotten to the point where he's got the full year. Remember, after they said goodbye to Gabe Davis, goodbye to Stephon Diggs, what are they going to do? Well, somebody's going to be thrown the ball. Will they catch it? And Mac Hollins really has turned into a reliable target, as proven in part by the touchdown that he caught that made it 21-16. They went for two and didn't get it, but 21-16 going into halftime.
21-16, you're saying all the right things about Max Hollins. He's kind of been like that fast, take the top off the defense type guy, and he seems to have settled into a place in Buffalo where they respect the rest of his game too. He's big. He can really fly, and you can see he knows how to use his body to shield people off. And Kansas City, with as aggressive as they are in defense with those corners, and that was great coverage there by McDuffie. It was just a perfect throw and a great route and all of that. That was the moment where he went, oh, okay, all right, like you said, the Bills are alive. They're going to hang in there. Now, one other little subplot to that whole thing, and we'll talk about this as we go on, but I freaking hate, I want to swear, I hate chasing for points right there. And going for two.
I thought of you.
I mean, what?
I thought of you.
Just keep the positive vibes going. Imagine if it was 21-17 and then you scored 24. And then maybe at the end of the game when you scored a touchdown to get 29, no, it would have been 31, and you would have had the option to go for two to make it 32 at the end of the game and be up by a field goal late. I mean, again, why are we chasing points there? But either way, they bring the game closer, and we go into halftime going, okay, we got a game, and this is something to watch here in the second half. But I didn't like that, Mike. What did you think?
No, I thought of you.
Yeah.
Instantly. Don't chase points there. Now, they were confident they were going to convert.
Yeah.
when you have Josh Allen, you can have that confidence, but is that really the time to go for 2? Who cares if you're down 3 or 4 at halftime? Be happy it's 4. I mean, I'm sure they were happy it was 5.
Yeah,
when it was 21-10.
Right.
But that whole exchange, I have flashbacks to Vikings losses, the many Vikings losses, 6 in the NFC Championship since their last Super Bowl appearance. It reminded me of that touchdown the Falcons scored at the end of the half. The Vikings were trying to get more. It was different in that regard. The Vikings were being greedy, and the next thing you know, a 13-point lead is a 6-point lead. Here, 11-point lead becomes a 5-point lead. And I guess any other team would be affected and nervous about that. But the Chiefs don't care. They know. They're happy to be up 5. They know it's going to be a 15-round bare-knuckle fight. They know they're not going to blow them out.
Right. The Chiefs had a chance with a
gotta
little
run
time
all
on
the way
the
to the
clock,
end.
remember, at the end of the half, and they just said, fine, we'll go in 21-16.
Yep.
We're comfortable with this kind of game. It's defense, and it's close, and we like that. And we're not going to give you any chances to make something happen right here. And that's what's different about Andy Reid. You know, his patience, playing through the defense, running the football. I mean, come on. We made fun of Andy Reid for 15 years straight because he wouldn't run the damn ball. Now he runs the ball and he's patient as hell, and he just sits over there and we'll go into the half, and we'll see in the second half. Pretty incredible, really, the way he's changed that way.
They started that drive on the 22 after the kickoff, and 18 seconds were left, and it is surprising.
I thought,
to do something. Maybe if they had gotten farther on the kick return, they would have tried. And that's the other thing, too. We talked about this during the season. This is the first year of that automatic 30-yard line if you kick into the end zone and it's not returned, or if you kick out of the end zone. It does not take much to be in field goal range in today's NFL.
No.
2 first downs, you're on the fringes of it. 1 more first down, you're in a position to get your 3-pointer. But, I mean, you got teams at midfield like that when you're starting at the 30.
Definitely.
And they're going to move it to the 35 next year, quite possibly.
Right.
So that's one of the reasons why I think we've seen, as we tripped over this at one point, a team's down multiple scores, you can get back into it quickly because you get that kickoff and boom, you're in position to answer. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.